Tracking the money. Right now at 5, former Virginia Governor Bob McDonnell tries to explain the tens of thousands of dollars he received from a wealthy Virginia businessman. Today's testimony by the former governor went to the heart of the corruption charges filed against him.
And that's the question of whether he accepted gifts to use the governor's office to promote a business. Suzanne Kennedy just out of the courtroom right now. She's live in Richmond tonight with what the governor had to say. Suzanne.
Well, Allison and Leon, it was the fireworks at the end of the testimony today that was the most interesting part of what happened here. It was an explosive final 5 minutes here with his attorney asking him, McDonnell's attorney asking him, if he blamed Johnny Williams for being on trial. He said no, he didn't blame him, perhaps in part, but he said he misjudged him. He said he never thought that Williams would come here to federal court and would make false statements. He was also asked by his attorney whether he blamed his wife. He said, no, I hold myself accountable. Today's testimony centered around money, specifically the loans made to him by Johnny Williams for operating expenses at 2 Virginia Beach rental properties. There was also discussion of state-required reporting of gifts and whether the governor intended to mislead people by covering up gifts and loans given to him by Johnny Williams.
Former Virginia Governor Bob McDonnell arrived for his 3rd day of testimony in his public corruption trial. With 2 days on the witness stand behind him, McDonnell says he was ready for another day.
Very long day yesterday. How are you geared up for today?
Well, I've got several more days, and my job is just to listen to the questions and tell the truth, and that's what I'm going to do.
Several hours of testimony centered around 2 loans the former governor received in 2012 from former Star Scientific CEO Johnny Williams. One was for $50,000. The second, later that year, was for $20,000. The money was to be used to cover operating expenses for some Virginia Beach rental properties owned by McDonnell and his sister. McDonnell's attorney asked about the nature of the money, his lawyers saying it was a loan, not a gift. That was what it was intended to be? McDonnell replied, yes. Later, his defense attorney asked if McDonnell thought the loan was inappropriate. The former governor replied, he hadn't asked me for anything. My administration hadn't done anything for him. He was a friend of my wife. I trusted him. McDonnell testified that he believed he did not have to report the loans because they were made to a corporate entity and not to him personally. The former governor saying, if I had to report a loan or stock or something, I was going to do it.
Mr. McDonnell's attorney wrapped up its questioning late this afternoon. On Monday, he will face his wife's attorney, and then cross-examination will begin sometime after that. Reporting live in Richmond, Virginia, Suzanne Kennedy, ABC 7 News.
Suzanne, thank you.